Welcome. In this video, let's talk about what are the major changes that are going to happen. They are already happening in August 2025, and going forward from September, things are only going to escalate. What I'm going to talk about impacts everybody. Most important date that you need to be aware of is 9th September 2025. 999. This is a cosmic portal. Now, if you don't understand what is a cosmic portal, in my next video, I'll be going in depth to help you understand behind the scenes what a cosmic portal really means and why these are like switches that get flicked, and then human consciousness suddenly starts behaving differently, which leads to sudden changes on the global scale. Stay tuned for that. And by the end of this video, you will clearly know why this 999 is going to be such a major shift, which is going to impact everybody. Okay? And what you need to do to be aware of this. All right. So, what I'm right now shooting for is in preparation for the Lionsgate portal, which is 8th of August 2025. And why this Lionsgate portal is going to be extremely important. This is in preparation for 999, 9th of September. So let us understand. So what is going to happen on this Lionsgate portal and what is going to happen on 999? So this Lionsgate portal is an activation, a soul activation, where those beings who are on ascension path, who are aligned, are going to get quantum wealth codes. Download quantum wealth codes. What are quantum wealth codes? I will cover this in detail in another video, which will be available very soon. But so you will be shown a very different way, working out of your innate, to create a new earth reality. It is time to step up and become a new earth architect. The divine conscious being that you are, who has taken birth on this planet specifically for this time, is to recognize, realize your divinity, and then become a galactic volunteer, a cosmic volunteer, to help humanity shed the baggage of the past, of this oppressive societal structure. We'll go shortly into this, and create a bright, new, beautiful future where your children don't have to face the atrocities that you have faced. Our children don't have to live under threat of these nonsensical wars and trade wars and conflicts and fighting and all the rubbish, right? It is time we realize we are one. Entire earth is one, and this beautiful planet, which is already a paradise, how to live in alignment and harmony with this, where just for us to live comfortably, we don't need to damage the planet, we don't need to damage the environment, we don't need to cause so many problems. And more importantly, how to not have to compromise with your values, how to not have to invest your life force energy into doing something that you absolutely don't love. You are grinding 9 to 5 or slaving your life away just for a paycheck so that you can get some money, and that's about it. With this money, you are handling a house of cards, paying mortgage, car insurance, loan, all that heavy thing, so that once you are 60, 65, 70, you will have some free time to enjoy your life. Is that a way to live? No, that is the old structure, and this is collapsing. This old 4D structure, you are seeing the collapse, it's out there in the news, everything, but this is happening fundamentally because the underlying energetics of the planet have changed. As I said, in my next video, I'm going to talk about how portals work, cosmic portals work, and why they change the underlying energetics of human consciousness, planetary consciousness, and all those details. But now let's come to understanding of why, what, how is this going to manifest and things like that. So 999 is that date where human consciousness will figure out a breakthrough or will cause a breakdown which will shake the existing global economic order. That will be a trigger point of spiraling down of this existing global economic order, which also translates into volatility in fiat currencies. But most importantly, now see, who am I? I read energies. How these energies manifest in the reality, nobody can accurately predict. What this change in global economic order is going to look like post 999. So most likely it is going to be de-dollarization of the US dollar. When this de-dollarization of US dollar happens, there will be a global shakeup that will happen because dollar is still the reserve currency. More than 50% of global trade is still happening through dollar. So if, say, BRICS countries unite and they launch a new system, say BRICS Pay or some kind of a blockchain-based system, or September results in some kind of a bursting of US economy bubble, or this could take form in some kind of new trade sanctions, new trade wars which break the global business flow. All these things are possible, okay? But the fundamental is this: the old money structures will lose their foundation. Now, will this chaos happen in just like overnight, or will it take time to propagate? Now, this is just a guess. Very hard to say because it depends on how humanity handles this. But what I'm seeing is the foundation will be laid for this global economic change to move away from this poverty and scarcity driven money structure where only a few people hoard the wealth and rest of the population stays poor, in scarcity and all, to coming into a quantum wealth structure. What is quantum wealth structure? I'll talk about it in a separate video. But how fast this happens, how slowly this happens, hard to predict. My guess, this will trigger a big change first in United States, and then it will progressively impact all the countries that are heavily dependent on United States, okay? Especially countries who have huge amounts of dollar reserves, their currencies can get shaken. What will this look like? How does this impact you? So inflation will rise, the availability of resources will get impacted, fuel costs may rise, the currency market, stock markets, they may get impacted. I would anticipate crypto to go up, gold prices to go up, fuel prices to go up, while the currencies deflate, okay? Now, when this happens, the old powers, the old dominating players, they don't want to let go of their dominance so easily. Now, so in response to this collapse, which will create a power vacuum, this may lead to escalations in wars and military conflicts. Also, this can open new theaters of war. So, you remember I keep talking about don't just rely on 4D consciousness for your safety and well-being. Here is how it could play out, right? So, suppose you are a businessman who's making millions of dollars on a daily basis, living in one of the countries which is participating in wars, okay? Now, your logic is telling, hey, I'm making so much money, my business is thriving, my business is flourishing, I don't want to move out of here, we'll deal with the situation when it comes, right? Now, you are prioritizing your logic over your life. Think about it. Were there no millionaires in Ukraine? People who had multi-million-dollar business empires, they had to close everything down and move out of there. They pretty much lost everything. So the point is this, your logic is going to give you a very limited perspective. But if you are aligned with your energy field, with your source, if you are receiving higher guidance, or if you are a part of our golden circle, a community where you will get this guidance while you learn to get in tune and listening to your own intuition, you want that support system where we can give you unfiltered truth so that you can navigate your reality consciously. So if somebody is aligned with their fifth dimensional consciousness, they will be able to sense the collective karma of where they are living, the collective karma of the consciousness of which they are a part of, and they'll go, yeah, no, I don't want to be a part of a violent community, I don't want to be a part of a warring nation, I don't want to be a part of a nation that is exploiting others. I will choose peace, Maybe I might have to take some inconvenient steps, but I'll be able to make the moves that I need to make, so that I can have a nice, peaceful, glorious, thriving future. Hope I was able to bring a clear differentiation between fourth dimensional consciousness reliance and fifth dimensional consciousness reliance. Okay? So, September 2025 will mark that change. If you are feeling panic because of knowing what I just shared, see, panic is not the way to handle reality, because this is exactly what's happening. This is exactly why you need to awaken now. This is exactly why you need to come in your divine power. Why? Because if your nervous system is clogged with trauma, with anxiety, with stress, with fear response, with fight or flight, when something unexpected happens, this is what will get triggered. But tell me this, have you ever been able to make a sound decision coming out of trauma, coming out of fight or flight? Or no, you react out of desperation, take misaligned actions, and complicate your situation even further. That is why this is the time to rise above that beast that operates in fight or flight, the flesh and bone structure and this conditioned personality. Come in your divine alignment. We are making this easier and safer and most blissful than ever. The way we are doing it, you will not find this anywhere else on this planet. Okay? That is my mission and my purpose, to help you awaken in your divinity, help you realize your divine power, so that you can operate out of clarity. The biggest thing that you will need in the world that is about to come is, the biggest wealth that you will have is inner clarity, divine connection, and ability to stay above all anxiety, fear, frustration, perturbation, panic, whatever are the states in which this body goes, so that you operate transcendental to that as a divine being, making sound choices no matter how much of chaos is there around you. So if this is something that makes sense, if this is something that resonates, use the information below. We are providing more and more resources to help you awaken to your divine power, because it is your innate divine power, the only thing that is going to be trustworthy, which will have the ability to guide you through this chaos towards safety and attainment of your highest purpose for which you are here on this planet at this time, which is attaining enlightenment, attaining complete self-realization, complete embodiment of source consciousness. That is exactly why you are here. That is exactly why you are watching this video. So please feel free to make use of the resources that are there in the description box. As I said, in the next video, I'm going to be talking about what is quantum wealth and why it is absolutely important to understand and embody this right now. If you are somebody who's battling scarcity, who is having to compromise your values to go to work which you do not appreciate, if you are feeling trapped, if you are making less money than how you want to be, if you are living in circumstances which are not pleasant for you, you are trapped in scarcity consciousness, and what you need is to activate your wealth consciousness. So what it is, how to do that, I'll be talking about it in my next video. So if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because it is high time. The runway is getting shorter and you need to know how to activate your quantum wealth now. So thanks for being with me in this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below, and I'll look forward to seeing you and speaking with you in the next conversation. Till then, take care.